Hi guys, it's Dr. Dedun here again. How have you been this past week that I've been away from YouTube? Yes, I promised you that, or rather, I told you that I might not be as consistent as your favorite YouTuber, but I really hope that I'll be able to post as often as I can. I hope the Q&A session will be awesome. I actually really love the questions. I have a couple of questions, actually about six, because one person asked me three. but hopefully the video will not be too long, and if I can answer all the questions, I'll do it another Q&A in the future, and I'll continue from wherever I stopped today. So let's start. The first person asked me that how and when did I realize I had the passion and purpose to bake and cook. Okay, so I will start with how I realized it. First of all, I've been cooking in Nigeria like since I was little, and when I had to leave for Hungary, obviously I had to be cooking for myself because mom was not there to cook for me, and I know I was going to starve to death if I did not cook. So I started cooking often, Google for recipes that I didn't know how to cook that would help me to cook my food better, and they always came out nice. So I started learning how to cook like more often when I moved out of the country. And for how I started baking, I already mentioned how I just suddenly wanted to learn how to bake because I remember one instance when I said I was going to try to bake in Nigeria, and it was horrible. Like, it was like a stone. So since then I was like, no, I have to know how this cake science works, because it was like science to me. I was like, how do you just have a liquid and it becomes very spongy and nice and all that? So that was how I started learning how to bake too, through YouTube and through Google. As I've already mentioned, I learned on my own. So when did I realize that there was purpose in these two things, and other things that I do like hair? Makeup was kind of last minute thing, but hair, food, and cakes, how did I realize that I had purpose in them? I think I realized when my friends tell me, oh, your food is nice, oh, your hair is very neat, you're very good at what you do. Because as of then, it was just me and another lady, Vera. Shout out to you, Vera. She's also on YouTube. That were making hair in Debrecen then. And people would tell me, you make good weaves, you braid nicely and all that. So I started taking those positive feedbacks and trying to now pull more out there so that I can get more positive feedbacks. And when I noticed I was actually putting more effort into this thing to be the best out there, to be the best version of whatever it is I'm doing, I realized I actually have a purpose here. Because if I didn't have a purpose, I would not push myself to do more than what I originally knew. So I wanted to improve myself. And I think when you start figuring out that you want to improve yourself, there's actually purpose in it if you pay attention well. Then they eventually became businesses. When I saw opportunities knocking on my door, people say, just bake a cake, I'll pay for you, or come and make my hair, I'll pay you, or cook for me, I'll pay for you for the weekend. Do you get? So when I saw that people actually wanted to pay me for whatever it was I was doing just for learning sake, I realized that the opportunity was there. And as a smart lady, I had to take the opportunity and put more money in my pocket. But then alongside, it wasn't just about money. I still made sure I was learning more and fulfilling my purpose, and not just staying with my guns and be like, oh, okay, since they already like my food, I might as well just stay there. But I wanted to learn more. So your purpose now is, when you find it, don't just rest in it. You have to improve it. You have to look for a way to achieve a bigger version of that purpose. So before I go deeply, let's just go to the next question. How was I able to expand my business and maintain my grades? Medical school was not an easy fit. Everybody knows that one. But for me, I already mentioned how I had the formula that worked for me. I knew I loved studying at night. I knew that I could stay all night till 6 a.m. and study and still wake up and go for my classes, even though I love to sleep. But when I realized that I rather study in the night, I thought, okay, during the day it's not like, well, some days you don't have lectures from 8 to 8 p.m. So there were the free days that I probably won't have any class at all, or I'll just have one class in the morning. Then what do I do with the rest of my day? Because obviously I'm not interested in reading. I probably won't assimilate well. I rather read in the night. So when I realized that, okay, I'm more of a night study person, I started to channel the afternoon times into my businesses, into creating the opportunities that I already saw. So I started creating my opportunities too, meaning I started putting myself out there. So when I saw that I had afternoon kind of free, I decided to channel it into doing something that could impact myself and other people. And this also boils down to the next question. Person said, how can she handle free times and not fit into the crowd? Like maybe say she wants to go and watch a movie or she wants to go shopping and all that. So how to handle her free time? And my response would be, first of all, like I already mentioned, you already know that this is your free time, maybe free of tests, free of work, whatever it is you're doing, and you just want to do something tangible. Okay, so this is where it goes. She also mentioned something about she loving to bake and cook, but she doesn't want to turn into a business. And I remember telling her that entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Like I know that these days is trending, an entrepreneur, but there's hard work in it too. Nothing is easy. Like it might sound glamorous that you're working for yourself and you don't have to pay money to your boss's account or something. You're your own boss. It's very nice. It's trendy, but it's not for everybody. So how do you find purpose in what you love doing without turning it into an entrepreneur, into a business? And what you can do is, like I already mentioned, you have to keep on learning to expand yourself. So why don't you just continue learning, and you can always branch out to helping others with it. Like it doesn't have to be about you making money out of it. It could be from foundation, helping the homeless people, giving them food, just helping other people. It can be a foundation, it can be a way of you reaching out to others through food. You can reach out maybe in a ministry. It could be really your Christianity, your Islam, like whatever it is, your religion that you do. You could just reach out to them through your purpose, through your passion, through whatever it is you're doing. And she mentioned the course she's studying, and I said during the free time you can actually read books. You can log in on different websites that offer free courses and just learn more about what it is you're studying at that moment. That way you're ahead of your class. You upped your game, you know more than what is being taught in the syllabus. So just improve yourself. That's what I feel your free time should be for. Of course, sometimes you might just want to watch movies. That's fine. Like it's not a sin for you to say you want to go and watch movies, or you want to go shopping, or you want to hang out with your friends. It's fine. But when you start doing that more than you impacting yourself positively, then there's a problem. So you have to sit down, evaluate whatever it is you want to do in your life and focus on it, so that you can actually achieve those plans that you've already planned for yourself. So the next question would be, what do I think about fashion and medical school? Funny enough, when I was in my second year, I think, I posted a picture of myself after church on BBM as per status quo, right? And I remember my brother saying, "Oh, is it fashion they sent me to do and do in school?" And my response to him was that, what does it mean by fashion? Because I look nice, it means I'm doing fashion. Like Nigerian terms fashion as wasting of money, buying expensive things, even though they might not be expensive, but once it looks flashy, it's expensive, and they feel okay that you're wasting your money, you're doing fashion. That's what they usually say. And I realized that this is not about. Doesn't mean that going to medical school means you have to look like you are coming from the slums, you're coming from the gutter, or you're suffering and your life is about to end. Do you get? And funny enough, in my town in Debrecen, we didn't have events like that. Like Sundays were like days to go out of your house, dress up, wear makeup, wear heels, and take pictures after church. I mean, we used to laugh at ourselves that every Sunday is photo shoot day after church. Just the people, taking selfies or taking group pictures. It was all fun because we had to look for things to make ourselves happy in the environment, because it's a very small town and a very quiet town, not like a buzzing city. And I didn't understand why people say you doing that means you're not taking church serious, or you're not taking your book serious, or you're just focusing on looking stylish for that day. Where I have a problem with is if people actually deliberately go and buy expensive things in Zara just so that they can look trendy on Sunday. That one I'm not in support of. But I feel you can look good anytime else. You can feeling yourself in the morning, look at the mirror and be like, oh, I look so hot today. Like, feel free. You can usually that will help yourself. So I beg, wear whatever it is you want to wear, whether you're in medical school, you are in whatever school that is very stressful. I mean, school is generally stressful anyway. So just do you. Wear fancy clothes if you want to, but please don't break the bank while at it. Do it according to what? The pocket. As I mentioned in my previous video on how to save money. The next question is, why did I move back to Nigeria? This is a very extensive question, because if I sit down with you, I might take the whole length of this video to explain why. But in short, I'll just say, like, last year I was really, conflicted on where I wanted to end up. And I remember my brother and I, having one very long talk like that on the phone, like back in February, and it was just advising me not to come back home and all that. So going with that conversation, I already made up my mind I wasn't coming back home. I mean, my friends can attest to it that Nigeria was plan Z, meaning I had plan A to Y. In fact, if I didn't have up to Y, but I mean, I rather leave those blank and than put Nigeria in and just leave Nigeria in plan Z. That was how badly I did not want to come back home. But I started praying about it. And I feel that's very important. Whatever decision you want to make in life, prayers have to work for you. They have to be the things you go to when you're confused, when you're conflicted on whatever it is you want to decide on. And I just went to God in prayer. It took me a long while. It took me talking to people. It took me explaining myself why I don't want to go back to Nigeria and all that. And when I started talking to people, I realized, okay, maybe I'm not meant to come back to Nigeria. I was trying to look for the answers to my prayers and whatever was happening in my life. And suddenly, when my story, got out there, that I actually realized I had the story to share. I always thought my story was just normal. I thought I was just doing normal things. I was, doing things for me. I didn't see any big deal in it until my story got out. A lot of people were inspired. I was really, really taken aback by it. And after this one, I realized that I actually have a purpose in Nigeria, and this purpose goes beyond inspiring people. It's going to be a long discussion. Maybe I can make a separate video about it. But when I now came back to Nigeria last year just for holiday, because my folks couldn't make it to my graduation, me staying in Nigeria just opened my eyes to a lot of things that are wrong. And I feel for me to realize that I think we all know these things are wrong, but everyone just thinks of themselves like they don't really want to impact and they rather leave, in which I actually understand. So it's nothing against their person. But I just feel for me, if I truly, truly, truly want to inspire other people, I want to, be a game changer in Nigeria, I need to start from the bottom here. I need to understand how the system works than growing outside of the country and then want to come back years later when I'm, growing with my family and all that and say I'll think of my family first. But now I'm single, I'm not married, and I have the time now to suffer what people are going through so that I can understand their pain better when I want to impact that change. So me just thinking about it and God just talking to me that I should come back to Nigeria, and I just went back to Hungary, packed my load, and I came back to the country. I've been in the country for 4 months now, or almost 4 months, and it's been a blast. Like it has not been really drastic because I think it helped that I came home, for holiday last year. So I already started transitioning already. So I really hope that my decision to come back to Nigeria, I will not regret it. It's something I pray about. It's not something that is definitely like, oh, okay, you have arrived or something. I still pray about it, in case God wants to open my eyes to other places. I'm open for it. Whatever God places me, I'll go. That's just my mantra. So guys, I think I've answered the questions I wrote here. Funny enough, I think I answered the questions. So if you have more questions for me, you can comment below, and I'll answer in the next Q&A. You can ask me on my social media pages too. So guys, that'll be all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to post more videos as time goes on, and I really hope that I get to know you guys by you asking me questions, by you commenting on whatever opportunities I have, because one can never be always right. That'll be all, guys. Please have a lovely week, and a video will come in shortly to you before my birthday on Saturday. And till next time, bye.